Hey you guys, I hope that you had the best Christmas holidays ever. You guys, we have so much to talk about today. I just was like, okay, I missed you guys. I miss doing these videos. I miss whenever I take a break. I feel like it's such a good like recharge, and I think like the week of Christmas is just, you know, I want to be with my family. I do not want to be, you know, trying to post all of the things, and I said this before, like when people are doing the most around the holidays, you know, on Instagram or YouTube or like Vlogmas and all that. Since the beginning of when I started my YouTube channel, like in 2008, it's my worst nightmare. Like I do not want to be doing that every single day, especially now with like family and stuff. It's just not happening. So I think we're good, right? I think that we get, you get enough, right? You get enough of me, okay? You don't even see me every day, but I love to do these videos at least once a week. And so when I do take a week off, it's always kind of just like I just, when I come back, it's just so nice. And if you follow me on Instagram and stuff, I did like a story, you know, I posted and did a lot of stories and stuff. I just wanted to do this video today, comfortable. I'm in the floor of my closet, and I did some different things in here, if you've kind of noticed. I revamped the room a little bit and made it work a little better for me, and I'll kind of talk about that. And even like I got this chair, I got that chair. I was like, but no, I'm gonna fully sit on the floor because that's just how I am comfortable a lot of times. And honestly, it's more so about setting up the camera because it like works from, you know what I mean? Like such a big production to like get everything set up. Okay, so what can you see? Let's make sure that you don't see what's going on the floor, because I have a few things that I want to show you guys. I have some things that I want to talk about, talking about the year and just like my mindset going forward, some updates, some just talking about everything really. Like I get on a roll with these videos and they can go on very long. And especially if I haven't talked to you in a while, that's kind of what we do here. I don't know. It's just like kind of like, it's like therapy, I've always said. My hair's still like wet, so I don't know how it looks. In the back, it's a little fluffy. I was gonna hit it with a blow dryer, but then if I blow dry my hair, it gets too flat, you know? I just like it to be a little messy because it's never gonna be perfect. So I'm just like, whatever. I wanna show you guys what was in this box. The ribbon was like too perfect, so like when I took it off, it came off just like perfectly, so I just kind of like put it back on there. I think it's really cute. But I want to show you guys what was in that box. So it's not going to be an unboxing, so I've already opened it, but I do want to kind of share with you guys a new bag and talk about that a little bit. And a few things. So, first of all, I believe Jen restocked these. So this is one of my favorites. I have it in black too, but I don't wear it all the time because, or like as much as my cloud, you know, sets, or as much as this pink one. This one I was wearing yesterday and the day before. These sell out so fast, and she has these in again. And the matching joggers. Like honestly, these joggers, I hope there's nothing like all over me. The joggers are the best. Like they just hit just right. They come up a little, you know, they just feel so luxe. The material's so good, and they're just like flattering. They just make you look curvy and cute, and just everything about them I love. Here's the pink. You can like see how they're made a little better. They're just buttery and just, oh my gosh, they're just so great. Ow. They're just so great. So let me talk a little bit about, okay, so I want to show you guys the bag, because now you're like, just get to it. I want to see the bag, and then of course like we'll talk and ramble and do all that. But yeah, I do want to have like a convo about some things coming up and about this year and about how I feel going forward. Just, I don't like resolutions videos, and I've done them for a long time, and I think even the last couple times it's like, oh, you know, I feel like it's just the same thing. Let me drink more water, let me do this and do that. And I really don't like the word resolutions. Goals is good, whatever, setting goals for the new year, but I kind of think that like letting a year define you is a complete like joke. So it's just going to be kind of uplifting and my thoughts and feelings on that. But first, before we get into some more personal things and some updates and stuff, I want to share with you guys this bag. Also, I'll be doing a Q&A soon. So kind of like think of some questions during this video and ask me in the comments below. And I'll also ask on Instagram as well, so that some people from Instagram can ask some questions too. I feel like I always end up getting too many questions that I can't answer, but I'd rather get too many because I always feel like nobody's gonna ask me questions or whatever. So ask me some questions. So let me we'll get to the bag. I will link to this suit. I will link to the earrings that I'm wearing. These are the best. Like I said, if you're wearing masks, like, you know, wearing masks, we're going, I love a hoop earring, but big earrings, hoop earrings, just, they get snagged. Like, they are just not conducive to this whole like mask wearing situation. So I have been loving these smaller earrings, and I've talked about these in several videos. These are my favorite ones. They come in different stones, and I will link to those. I also got a new cute little phone case. Since I was holding my phone, I want to show you guys this. I've had the one that's like that looks like a camera, and I got it and I was like, this is so unique. Like, how great is this? This was like several months ago, before Emily in Paris came out. And then Emily in Paris came out and I was like, oh, Emily in Paris case. And I'm like, no, I don't even know. I refused to watch that show, first of all, because like, oh, actually no, that's not true. I watched like the first little bit of it and I was like, this is garbage, and I just couldn't. Sorry if you love that show. I just could not. But anyways, I was kind of over it. I was wanting something new, and I love this one. It looks like a little, like, it looks like a boarding pass, and you can get them in all the different cities. Any city you could imagine, any airport, any city, okay? And you can personalize it. So I put my name on it, and I just really think it's super cute and kind of different. Emily in Paris, don't try it. Emily in Paris, don't try it. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about this. So at Christmas, Brad and I always, you know, we like to do things for each other. This year and every year, really, we do a lot. You know, it's just a big deal to like give back and to do things, whatever. But we don't usually go too nuts for each other with Christmas stuff, especially since having a child. You know, it's so much fun with her. And we're kind of like, we get stuff that we want throughout the year anyways. And, you know, this year we've done so much, just, you know, getting things for the house or doing different things here and there. I didn't expect really a lot, and I never do. We just aren't like that. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. And I'm very cringy about gifts too. My best friend, and like ever since we were like, what do you want for Christmas, or what's on your Christmas list? When I was a kid, like I would share kind of a Christmas list, but like I was never into like asking for a lot of things for Christmas or Christmas lists, or like, what do you want for your birthday? Like, I just don't, I don't know. I know that's weird to say, because I have collections of things. I like nice things, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. I get kind of like cringy when people say, what do you want for Christmas? And my friend every year is like, Tiffany, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm just like, I'm not telling you. Like, I can't. Like, I literally cannot. Like, I cannot tell people what I want for Christmas. And so with Brad too, we've always kind of been like that. I'm like, if I'm gonna tell you what I want, what's the point? You know, that's it right there. Like, I love buying things for people. I love gift giving. I love like the art of like, and then I've also had, they're like, well, I didn't know what to get you. You didn't tell me what you wanted. And I'm like, you just don't want to get me anything. Like, you know what I mean? I know it sounds bad, but it's like, if you want, there's an art to gift giving, and it's about love and, you know, all those things. It's not about whatever. Okay, who cares? And I like to, there's a time to say like, I need this or I need that. Okay, but whatever. I'm just not like, oh, I want this bag, or go buy me this or go buy me that. It's like, no, I'll just do it myself. And I don't want to make anyone get me anything. I want to be surprised. I want there to be like a love behind it, or a thought. So this year we kind of did surprise each other with some different things, and we didn't really even talk about it, but I feel like this year we were just so excited about Christmas, so excited to just make it special for like our whole family. And I don't know, it just felt good. It always feels good, but with Olivia and stuff, I mean, I just had the best time making it special for her, and Brad too. And I was shocked. So I saw this come in, and it was under the tree for a while. It was gift wrapped. And I thought it kind of looked like maybe a box that could be like a shoe or something. And he was kind of like hinting to some different things. And I have a friend, she's a sales associate. We talk, you know, here and there, that I get my Chanel stuff from. You know, Brad knows that, you know, I'm like, oh, well, I've got to, you know, text or whatever. So he knows it's like how I get my Chanel stuff. And so he got her info from my phone, and I guess was like texting. So when this came in, I was like, did you get it from, you know, her? And he was like, yeah. So he told me that he got it from her, but I was like, oh my gosh. And she kind of knows like things that I like, but it's just, I did not expect to get something big. Anything, you know, it would be great, but like, I didn't know what it could be. You know, I kind of felt it, and I felt like, is this it was just odd, you know? And so it was just something I tried not to overthink over the holiday, and it just it was really crazy to be surprised, and I can't believe it. Like, I'm in shock. When I opened it, it was crazy. So this is the 19 small. Let me get my big 19. I have the tweed one. Y'all, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm still shook. Okay, so this one I have it stuffed because this bag is kind of heavy and it just kind of sits and kind of flops if you don't have it stuffed on the shelf when it's stored. So this is a large. This bag came in small and medium. This one was kind of like the first one that was like, I don't know, it was kind of like the first 19 that I saw. And this is the one that's like super rare. And I was just, I mean, y'all know, like, that bag I love so much. It is large. Okay, first of all, I love that bag. But I like that it's kind of like a fabric. I would not want a bag that large that was like a leather bag. But my favorite bag of Chanel, more than like the jumbo, are these little minis. You can fit everything in them. You can fit a phone, a full, like a regular sized wallet, anything else. The minis are just like where it's at. And this is ideal because it's just slightly larger. So yeah, you can put a whole hell of a lot more in it. But the top handle with it, the length of the strap, like everything is just so perfect. Like I said, the strap length is so good. I don't think I would wear it crossbody. If I did, it would come, I mean, who cares? Maybe I would. But I just love it. It's so comfortable. I love the little handle. And I love a black bag. I love the large quilting on these. I think it makes them look very like the vintage, more vintage Chanel bags. The inside of it is the most beautiful, like, crimson color. And it's just perfect. And like, I just can't believe it. I think this is like the perfect, most ideal size bag. Again, like, it came in a medium, whatever, but I just feel like this is where it's at. Like, the size is kind of edgy. It's not too big. And I've always, like, I have the medium. I have like a medium boy, like the old medium. And then like the larger reissue, and then I have the jumbos, and I just feel like I never had anything, because I don't really carry the boy much, and it's kind of boxy, and just not super comfortable. I don't know, it's just an odd bag. This is what I reach for, these that I reach for most of the time, but I wanted something that was kind of in between, because even my larger reissue, and certainly like the larger 19 and the jumbos are pretty big bags, and just to have this like in between is just so cute. Make the perfect Chanel bag, it would be this. And so I'm in shock. I can't believe it. It was just, I can't believe that he did that. I just thought that was so incredibly sweet. Anyways, I was so excited about that, and I can't believe it. So I can't wait to wear it. Oh, and then I want to show you guys this. This is cool. I didn't know that they even made these. But, I have those enamel, like the H bracelets, the Hermes. And sometimes I do feel like that is a little, like, I don't know, kind of flashy. Oh my gosh, did I miss my dentist appointment? Okay, sorry. Anyways, so I was just excited about that. Okay, so yeah, about the bracelet, I want to share this with you guys because I do like Hermes bracelets. I have some of those H ones, and they're fun to like collect them in different colors and stuff, but sometimes I feel like it's a little too flashy, the H, the big H, which I like sometimes, but and then they also have the enamel ones that don't have, I think they're just very plain, and I've never been a fan of those, but I did not even know that they made these, and it's like the lock that's on the Birkin. So it's just really cute, and I thought that was kind of neat. I was gonna share that with y'all because I have a friend that really loves these, and I don't think she knew about these either. I think they're pretty new. I don't know. I'm not like hugely like up on all of these, but I think that is something new, and I just thought it was kind of fun. And yeah, so gosh, my hands are so dry. All right, so this whole year I just feel like, and I'll talk about what I did in here and stuff. I want this whole year, like, obviously has been crazy, and I think like, you know, I'm looking forward to the next year. I'm talking about 2020 and 2021. And I've even said this over the years, like 2019, 2018, when everyone was like, I'm so done with this year. I'm so done. And I'm thinking, well, if something bad happens this year, we can't really control, you know, it's just kind of, I think, dumb to go into something like, oh, I'm so done with this year. Just because it changes to a new year, it's going to be all different. And I think it has more so to do with like our mindset. And yes, we cannot mindset away, you know, the things that are happening around us in the world in most cases. But we can control like our positivity, not delusion, okay? It's different. I'm saying, but just focusing on more good things around you, being honest about the things that are bad, and just kind of like working through those things. Okay, whatever. And, you know, especially now, like as a parent, you know, you have to have not a good face for your child or a fake face, but you have to show them how to be positive, how to make, you know, good out of a situation, how to kind of like be in control of their own emotions and stuff, and not let things, you know, just carry you away. But at the same time with children, you have to be very honest, and you do have to kind of face the world and like, because you have to explain all these things to them and everything. So I think it has kind of helped me with all this like shit that's gone on, like, you know, being a parent and being on, I don't know, it's so whatever. But I think it's also just a bad thing to be like, 2020 was awful. 2021, let's just go to 2021. You know, the number, when the day changes to January 1st, it's not going to make any difference. Like, our problems are still going to be there, everything. But I think setting a goal to be positive and setting a goal maybe to, this year it happened, you know, we all dealt with some of the same issues, right? And the same hardships and stuff, and stressors and like uncertainty and frustrations. And it's like, those things don't magically go away, but maybe, you know, if you felt like you didn't handle it so well this year, or things were, you know, whatever, maybe you could, you know, maybe make just some decisions to be more positive. You know, if you're always hearing someone complain all the time, but yet they go to the same places that they're complaining about every day, or, you know, they hate a certain place they go for breakfast. You hear them complaining about the same thing every single day. Like, stop going there. You know what I mean? Stop going there. Or people that just complain about the same thing over and over again, and it's like, nothing's changing. Well, that's going to be your life. You're going to attract things to complain about because that's who you are. And for me, it's like, you know, I have dealt with real problems. I deal with real problems every day, but I do focus on the positive things and trying to attract more of that. And I feel like it works. And, you know, I do feel good about this new year in a lot of ways, just to have a fresh start, just to have that mental fresh start, but not like a delusional fresh start, like I was saying. I think like, you know, and I feel like despite all of that, all of the things that happened this year, so many good things I think came out of it. It helps me to like really be just super, even more so thankful for my home, and just really looking around at our home and like, yeah, we work from home. I was home a lot anyways, but just making things work better for us. You know, it just finally thinking, okay, well, you know, just like replacing things that needed to be replaced, you know, finally like, you know, certain pieces of furniture that I need, whatever, just like, it was fun, I think, just looking at my home. I'm still kind of in that mode, which I feel like I'm kind of always like that, like doing things to my house and like, you know, like that just excites me. I've always enjoyed that. But this year especially, there was more of that than ever. And I think it also, a lot played into that for me because like and especially too, with uncertainty, with anything that's going on like around me, maybe that I can't control so much, I've always done like big things to my house. Like at our first house, I'm like, let's paint the cabinets, or let's do that. Like we did all kinds of nutty things to that house. But like here, I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Like I'll start a big project, or I'll start cleaning something out, and I feel like not just being home more and looking around and like, you know, whatever, because like I said, we're home anyways, but just like maybe it was the stress. Like that's how I funnel the stress, is like, okay, if I can't control that, well then I'm gonna do something that I can't control. I'm gonna redecorate this room, or I'm gonna do so, I don't know, or something that just makes me feel good. So there was a lot of that this year, and still, I mean, it continues, but I've enjoyed that. You know, we have a whole room in our house that's like a schoolroom now, and stuff like that that I never thought, you know, that we would be doing. You know, I was like, I'm not gonna let this control my child's first year of kindergarten, which I'm glad that we chose to homeschool her, because that was something I never would have considered. Like, I am a certified, like, PK through 5th grade, like, teacher. Probably not so much anymore, because that was like in 2006 when I got my degree, and I pretty sure, 2007, and I'm pretty sure that my license has expired, but whatever. But anyway, okay, whatever. Not that I'm like any more or less equipped than anyone else to do it, but what people dealt with remote learning the year before that, or the spring, not the year before that, but the school year, the spring of earlier this year, when Livy was basically like pre-K age, so that wasn't that big of a deal. She was home anyways, it didn't matter. But like going into kindergarten, that's a big deal. And I'm thinking like, shit, like I don't want to have to send her to kindergarten and then have her pull right back out, which is exactly what happened to all these schools around here. And then you're on the like schedule, and on like the parents are just as much like on the hook as the kids are with remote learning, which remote learning is not like homeschooling. I hear so many people that are like, oh, remote learning. Yeah, because you're literally for like 7-8 hours a day with a schedule, you know, like on the hook, like, and God bless these teachers that are doing this. You know what I mean? Like, God bless them. But it's just the school day, and I know this is experience, but like also it's like all these studies, like 3/4 of the school day for kids is like waiting. You're waiting for other kids to finish up. You're waiting in line. You're transitioning, you know, from thing to thing. And so it's like you can do homeschooling in a couple hours a day. So when you see these kids that are at home doing at-home learning that have a 7-hour-a-day schedule, and their parents that are otherwise working or whatever are having to like do this, it's just, to me, that is such a nightmare. And I just didn't want to do that, and I'm glad that we didn't. I'm glad that we chose to do the homeschooling. It has been wonderful, and I never wanted to get too much into that, but it has been like, it's been really, really wonderful. And it was something that I really struggled with, and that I was really struggling with even before lockdowns and before this, you know, there were some just different, you know, I was trying to consider all of our options and what would be best for my child. And then this was just kind of like, it made it kind of like a no-brainer, and we just jumped into it, and it has been freeing. It has been wonderful. I'm seeing her thrive. She's like a couple levels above where she should be. It's wonderful because I can do what she needs and whatever, okay? And I don't want to get too into that because I don't want this to ever become like too deep with, you know, what my child's doing or too much about her. But that was something that was positive that came from this year. And, you know, just time to get, I don't know. It's odd. It's odd to just think about everything that we've all gone through, you know. Talk about my makeup and stuff in a minute too, because I really like what I've been doing. I brought in just a few different little products that I want to talk about, but I think my next video is going to be, well, like I said, I want to do the Q&A, so maybe that'll be the next one. One of my next 2 videos, I'll switch, whatever they are. One will be the Q&A, and one is going to be just like favorites, like best of. I got some sunglasses, some new things that I want to show you guys, but some makeup stuff and like stuff like that, but I'll talk about that in a second. So I was starting different. Have y'all taken down your Christmas decorations yet? This is like a very polarizing subject. Like, first of all, like, it's, you know, or you're putting it up too early, or you're putting it, and then when I take it down like a few days after Christmas, well, I didn't enjoy it long enough, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, I thought I had it up way too early. You know what I mean? It's just whatever. I think you do what you want to do. You know what's funny? Like, I see people that are like, oh, I never take mine down until after the new year, and then I'm like, well, that's kind of rigid. Like, what if you wanted to? Like, I don't want to feel like I have to leave something up. I just want to take, and there's been years when I leave it up to like the 2nd week of January because I just don't care, and I just, whatever. And then sometimes I'm ready. I don't know. I just do whatever I want. But I feel like we always leave our outside stuff up until like after the new year. But like, I want my house kind of like back after Christmas. Like, I want to clean and organize. And Olivia got this like big tumble mat for Christmas. And I mean, I was like, this kid's gonna end up in the middle of the Christmas tree. So that was the first one that we took down. Like, literally, like, Christmas night, we were like, should we take this down? Like, because she is gonna end up like you know, the tree's gonna let you be impaled by the tree. So yeah, the next day and everything, you know, I kind of worked to get that one, but whatever. So you kind of like, for all these things that you get, and your kid has like a bike in the house. She's like riding a bike through the house that she got on Christmas morning, you know? And I'm like, I need to get some of this shit out of here, you know what I mean? Like I need to get this kind of, I need to reel this back in. I got them all down, and I, at the same time, kind of organized and took it. And here's the thing. I think that this week, like after Christmas, in between Christmas and New Year, you know, when people are mostly like off, your kids are on break, like you're not really like on much of a schedule, maybe, I don't know, depending, like that's the ideal time to take it down, because after the new year, like that's the last thing that I want to be doing when you're getting back into your schedule. So consider that. It might be kind of nice to, you know, don't put so much pressure on yourself and think, oh, I gotta leave it up after the new year, and then it's like, whoa, like you already feel behind, and you, I don't know, whatever. That's just me. Little tipperoo. And speaking of, I did not forget about the cool sculpting video and everything, but it's like, you know, I want to have like the full results. I'm still noticing like 4 months after your treatment, like I think even like 4 to 6 months, like you know, it's when you kind of like the full results happen. And like, I'm really shocked and impressed, and we will have a video on that in the new year. I want to talk about in here. I keep saying that and then I don't. I just like keep talking, rambling about other things. But yeah, speaking of like making your house more beautiful. So in this room in my closet, you know, I have the island that's kind of, you know, was kind of further back here, and it was centered more so like with this wall. And I liked that. But when you come in like the main door of the closet, there's this huge just like open spot, and then the island's kind of over to the right. You know what I mean? I have this in my big like shoe, with the glass, like the cabinet over here is really pretty and kind of like one of the focal points of the closet. Looks really pretty. And so I thought I want to center the island with that. So I moved the island over. I had to like, I mean, this thing is like a, you know, this thing is like such a bitch to move. Like you have to take all the things out because it is like heavy, okay? Like I don't even think it's supposed to be moved, but whatever. We did when we put the carpet and whatever. Got the island move over. It looks so much better over here. And this actually, okay, so I had this downstairs in my my holiday like decor home tour video. And I kind of wish I hadn't have, because literally right after that video, because this was right for the Christmas tree, I moved it up here because I just thought like how nice to have, first of all, it was just too, it was too much in that room, especially with the Christmas tree. So I moved it up here, and it's so nice to have like a spot to sit. I've got like this nice, like I've got like the nice little ottoman that goes with it that's usually right here where I am. And it's just nice to come in here. This is such a nice like chill spot. I've got the prettiest view out of this window. And this room to me, like when I made it a closet, it's the room that's like right adjacent to our bedroom. We have a nice closet in our bedroom, but I, you know, wanted a little more space. I wanted to have like, you know, some space to spread out and to store some more things and to have more like drawers and stuff. So this was a spare room that honestly I was using as like a fake office, like a filming, like let me set up and film in here every day. I don't like to film in the same spot every day. I had all my makeup in here, but I like to do my makeup in my bathroom. It was just a whole thing. So finally I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it work for me. I think you know, I was whatever. That was a whole thing. Like I do my makeup in the bathroom. Like I just don't like fake setups. I don't like a fake setup. And it wasn't that it was fake. It was just that like, that's what I thought I had to have. Okay, well, I have this like, do this thing all night. Like, let me have this office. And it's like, you don't, why? Like, I don't have a fax machine. I don't have a desktop computer, especially when you have a child. You're like working wherever you can with like an earbud in and like kid hanging off of you, a baby. And like, you know, you've got your laptop. Like I have my MacBook. I carry my MacBook everywhere. Like I like to work anywhere that I want. You know what I mean? Don't need an office, but I need a spot to put some of my like important things, to store some of my things like my lights, my camera, all that. And I do that in here. I store it kind of over there, like where those other cabinets are. But I like to have, again, like a chill spot, a spot where I can come in and like, when we made this a closet, I was like, I'm gonna make that room what I want it. I want a big ass closet. Like I want a nice room that is beautiful and that I can, you know, enjoy and all that. And so part of that isn't just coming in here and getting ready like a closet. Like, I like it to feel kind of like a little chill out spot. And so this chair is really nice. And speaking of like a whole office thing, I like to have a little writing desk here and there in different rooms where I can just, you know, if I need to sit or if I need to do something, like I don't have an office where I'm like, let me answer the phone, let me run this, like, let me send this fax. I don't do that anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need that. I need like a desk with nothing on it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a fake office setup. Okay? Like, I just don't need that. Like, Olivia's got her schoolroom. You know, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Like, that's where our printer is and stuff. But I'm not working in there. Like, if I'm going to go sit and relax and work on something in peace and quiet, like, I want to come in here. And it's just a nice spot to come in here and just, you know, be able to, like, work and do some things if I want to. And I kind of, like I said, I like little writing desks and stuff, like, in different parts of the house to do that. Like, I have my, like, I have in that little front living room, which I love. That little living room, that's like kind of another like chill spot that I love. I have that beautiful mirrored writing desk that I got years ago from Wisteria. That is like one of my favorite pieces of furniture ever. I looked the other day and one of the little sides is cracked. Like, I will have that forever. It is just so beautiful. And that's kind of the same thing. Like, if you wanted, I mean, I've got it decorated. It's like cutesy, right? Like, it's just kind of like for decoration. But I like that I could do that in there too. I could sit in there. So you don't have to have like such a designated office, especially working home from now, like with a lot of people doing that. I'm sure people did create designated offices or just, but don't feel like it has to be a fake office. Like, okay, like, let me run some numbers, like, and gotta have this desk that looks like I'm literally like about to like head up a board meeting. I don't know, what am I trying to say? Like, you don't need all that, okay? Just something comfortable. Like, put a desk in front of a beautiful window in a room that makes you feel good. Do you know what I mean? So I love this. This is just, and now I have like all this space. The room, it made the room feel, like I added this, but I made the room feel bigger. I did have this in front of the window for years and it just, I never used it, which is weird. I like a floating desk. I like to be able, I have kind of like learned that about myself over the years. Like, I don't use desks much if they're against a wall. Okay, a little hot tip. All right, so what are we talking about? What are we doing now? So that was kind of a little exciting thing. I feel like, you know, we've lived here for 8 years and we still kind of like, I don't know, like I still change things or I still find something like different about the house or something like that I can use differently and it makes it feel new. That's just, I live for rearranging and I don't know. I love that. And I just feel like I kind of like fell in love with it here even more. We've had so many thoughts over the years of like, okay, like, should we move? And, you know, a couple years ago, we really got that itch where we were like, we're going to build a house and we're going to do all that. I am so glad that we did not do that. We drive by that lot because we had the lot, you know, and we got to the point where we were like, okay, we need to get rid of the lot because we're not going to do this. And it was just like, I don't know, once you're somewhere and you're comfortable and it's your home, and even then I think we lived here like 5 or 6 years, whatever, but it felt like home and we'd done so much here. We bought this house super, super like low, which I feel was so smart because, you know, it makes me feel good that we've been able to save so much and we've been able to have like retirement and like just do smarter things because we're not sinking all of our money into a house that, yeah, you could afford, you know, you can afford it if you could pay for it, but it's like people can finance anything. You can get anyone can get any kind of flashy car, any kind of like, if we went now to a bank and we were like, yeah, what can we get approved for, like for a mortgage, like holy, it's embarrassing to even talk about, like, and then you can't save any money. Live within your means. Like, I hate to say it, but it's like, I look at this house and like, we've done so much here. We've made it like everything that we love. If we were to buy a house that were even like a little better than this, it would be like 10 times. We'd have to spend like probably 10 times, 5 times what this house is. It's just crazy, you know? It's not just like getting something a little nicer. It's like you could not, it's just nuts. And we thought about, you know, doing the whole rental thing again. We sold our We don't have any rental properties anymore, which is so nice. I never really talked about, the only thing I really talked about was our last house that we had, which was a rental. We turned into a rental because when we bought this, we didn't sell that house. We kept it. And that's another reason why we didn't go so nuts when we bought another house. But, you know, we got what we wanted. But like, I shared that with you guys because you guys knew about our old house and stuff. But I was always, and that was like a long-term rental, like several, you know, a few families lived there for many years. And when we sold it, it was like a huge profit. It was great. It worked out really, really well. But, you know, I don't want to share like a short-term rental or like a vacation thing or like any other ones because like I just don't, it's kind of a little nerve-wracking thinking that like someone that watches your video, like someone that might be the wrong person or something. I don't know. I'm just private about things and like I just don't want people to like know every single bit of my business, and they shouldn't anyways. But like I don't, you know, like especially if you had a vacation rental or something, you wouldn't want someone or a ton of people that follow you online like going there, and if it was just something was slightly wrong or whatever, I don't know. So I never would put that out there. I would never put that out there. And two, in an area that's like a vacation spot or like a hot spot, you don't need to, like it rents itself. Do you know what I mean? So like that was never an issue. But like if we did move, or if we were going to move, so first of all, we're gonna build a house, even that one the room is like in our area. Do you know what I mean? Like I love this area. I don't want to live anywhere else, but it's just perfect, you know. But like it's truly like such a great spot. We have talked about moving to the beach, and I know I talked about that like a little bit on Instagram, and I've kind of hinted at that with you guys. I've talked about that here and there, and we took that trip not that long ago. We were looking at places, and we had taken trips before where we had done that as well. And it's just, you know, and if we did that, we would probably move there. But it's just, that area is so tricky. I'm talking about like the whole like 30A, like the cute little beach towns. There's, you know, you've got like, you know, like Seaside and Rosemary Beach and like all those like typical places that you think of, watercolor, like Watersound. There's a little area that's in between, I think, Seaside and Alice Beach, Rosemary Beach and Alice Beach. And it was this cute little new spot, and we looked a couple years ago at like some of their little like there were little homes, there were like these little cute beach cottages, and then there were like some townhomes and stuff, and they're really cute, and I like that little area too. That was when we were like, okay, that could be like you know, that's when we were looking for like another like vacation rental that would be more so like a house and not like a condo. But like I just feel like if we were to move there now, I would want to move there full time. Because I don't want to rent it out. That's the thing. I don't want to get a place and have it sitting for months and months out of the year, not renting it out. I just wouldn't want to do that. I want it to be like our house. But then we thought, well, we could move there full time. And it is insane what Seaside, there's a cute little area like Seagrove, like kind of in between road and like Seaside. There's some older homes. We looked at a few there. It's just it's shocking kind of to me what that area has become. We went at the end of October, you know, one of the slowest times of the year. Whoa. And it was, and during a pandemic, okay, like, and it was insane. Like, I think a lot has kind of ruined that area. Like, I feel bad to say this, like Instagram's kind of ruined it. And like, I don't know. It's just it's a beautiful little spot, but it has lost so much of its charm. And there are people that move there that don't understand what it is or what it becomes during spring break and the summertime. And I think it would just be a nightmare to live there full time. And I love that area so much, but at the same time, I don't know, like, and then too, like, I'm kind of like a homebody. Like, I get comfortable where I am, you know, and who knows, like, we might find the perfect thing and decide to do it. But like, I love our home. Like, I love this home so much. I love the idea of continuing to do what we want to do here. And, you know, would we love to have like a few different little things in a house, or have a few things that we can't change? Sure. but like, I'm not gonna like break myself and make a stupid decision, a stupid financial decision that's like just to get something. I don't know, like, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just like rambling at this point, but I just feel comfortable here to continue to make good decisions and set us up to like have a happy life that's not so like strapped and stressed out. And, you know, I know so many people that, you know, have money or they, whatever, and they have all these like, but they're so strapped and stressed, and it's like, yeah, they can afford the house that they're in, or they can afford these cars or afford these things they have, but they're so like just working so hard the rest of their life just to maintain that. You're not living within your means. You know what I'm saying? And that's not realistic. And I just want to always be like, I just don't ever want to fall into that trap of like always wanting more, whatever. Like, I want to just make smart decisions here and maybe, you know, fix it up here and there, do some different things, and maybe one day move. I don't know if it made sense, but I don't think that's gonna happen in 2021. So, and I just feel like sometimes things work out just the way they're supposed to, and I think, oh man, I'm so glad that we didn't. I'm glad that we did get rid of, you know, this particular property or this, and I'm glad that we don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm glad that we, you know, didn't buy, you know, I'm glad we didn't buy into that community at the beach, which is like a nightmare now, or, you know, that lot. I mean, it's crazy. So, okay. It's just funny how things work out. I did bring these products in here. But I guess I'll do it in my next video. I do feel like we've talked for so long, but I will link to the makeup that I'm wearing. The whole point of me doing that was just to show you how easy what I've been doing is. I have a no eyeshadow, and I'll do this like more in that favorites video or in the best of video that's coming up. I'm gonna do that more in like the what I'm loving video. I'm gonna talk about all kinds of different things. But all I have on my eyes is this product. This is the best eyeliner. This is the Barbarella Brown. It smudges just beautifully. I just put it on my upper lash line, smudge it so that you can't see the line, and then mascara. I don't love seeing a liner line. I feel like that's just like all that I look at. Like if someone has, that's just like all I can look at. Like I'm just looking at your eyeliner. Do you know what I mean? And I'm very self-conscious about that too. Like I don't, like if I ever go too nuts with my eyeliner, I have to smudge it out because I just feel like it's too harsh. So that's pretty much what I have on going there. And then I'll show what I do with my foundation and my, which is pretty similar to the one that I did, to how I did my makeup in my last makeup video, but a tiny bit different. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. But this blush, the number 21, y'all, holy goodness, is like so good. And then for my lips, and in one of my recent Instagram posts, I got so many questions, and I'm like, this is how I literally do my lips every day, and I got so many questions about it, and I'm just like, but the La Mer Lip Volumizer is what I have on my lips pretty much every day. And then I have a funny story about some lip liner that I bought recently, and I always go back to this. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and it is so perfect. When you line your lips with it, it doesn't look too brown, doesn't look too pink, too bright, too corally, too whatever. It is the perfect color for me, and it just is so good, like to shape your lips. And then a little bit of a swipe. Like I'll use this before I do sometimes I'll just do my liner and then my gloss. But like today, and it's just very easy to do this, I put on the liner and then I do just a quick little swipe of this Very Victoria, which is my favorite lip stick. Just like doo doo. And then just a little bit of the gloss. So I don't know. I just feel like my makeup has, oh wow. So I feel like my makeup has been really easy. There's just so much that, I know it's like such a random video, but I don't know. Like, did we set a good tone for the year coming up? I hope so. So yeah, anyways, you guys, I know this was like very, very random and rambly, but I think it's fun just to sit, talk, whatever, catch up. And I hope this was uplifting where the new year was concerned. I don't know. I just want to be honest. My feelings about, you know, reality and stuff. And I just hope that, I hope that you guys move into 2021 with, you know, good attitude. I'm not going to be delusional. Okay. It's not going to be magic change. I so enjoyed catching up with you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Another year, oh my gosh. And I cannot wait to be with y'all through 2021. And I just hope that you all are doing well. And I wish you such a happy new year. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Love y'all. Bye.